Hello guys, this is Electris and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys some tips and tricks for Knife Ability Test or CAT on Roblox. Now, let's get straight into it. So the first one is the shotgun knife. Now, if you have some Robux to spare, definitely invest in a shotgun knife if you want to get better at Knife Ability Test. It's kind of like, I would call it a training knife, kind of if you want to get better at the game, but you're not sure where to start. I would definitely recommend the shotgun knife. It shoots a bunch of knives at one time, and it has a lot higher accuracy rate than just regular old guns or knives, but it's really good. It's a really good investment. It's cheap and it works, so I would definitely recommend this knife. Okay, so this is where we're going to be using the gun. Now, if you have good accuracy, like that accuracy was, then the gun is definitely for you. It hits where you want it to hit. Let me just put it like that. Kind of like the laser knife and no scope knife, where they just hit immediately, so there's no time between you shooting it and it hitting someone, which is definitely a plus. So as you can see, it's very quick. Even though there's only 3 bullets, it is very, very useful. If you don't have enough money to afford something like the no scope or anything like that, it's probably your best bet. So yeah, that is the gun, and now we're going to move on to a few more knife types. So the next knife type we're going to be trying is the laser. We're going to be going by level, by the way. So laser basically allows you to immediately hit the wall or anywhere you're shooting. It's kind of, I think it's the same thing as the no scope. If you guys know that it's something else, then please let me know in the comment section below. But it seems to be pretty similar to the no scope. But yeah, so it is very, very similar to the no scope in the way that it immediately hits wherever you want it to go. And again, the accuracy of this is really good. So yeah, I feel like no scope is better because laser just have that trail and it's kind of disorienting sometimes, whereas no scope just immediately hits the wall and doesn't play any or doesn't show any trail behind it. But yeah, it does work. It's pretty good. I would suggest using this if you can't afford the no scope. Now let's move on to the explosive knife. Now the explosive knife is definitely very useful if you want to get someone, say, behind a wall. Is able to hit through walls, but not in the way that Death Beam can. It is not as good as Death Beam, but it's pretty good nonetheless. And it's also good for other reasons. So as you can see, it kind of does a shockwave around it where you hit, and then whoever is in that shockwave gets killed. It is really annoying when you think the shockwave's gone, but it really isn't, because it does fade after you hit it, but only until it's fully faded does it not inflict damage anymore. Also, another fun fact about Knife Ability Test is that there's actually no damage being inflicted. It just immediately kills you whenever you get hit. Probably a lot of people knew that already, but you know. So the next thing we're going to look at is going to be the no scope knife, and also why I'm going up here to use it. Now the no scope knife is probably the most accurate knife around. As you can see, a lot of people use it, and I just got killed with it. So yeah, you can kind of see what it does just by that person killing me with it. And yeah, so it is very accurate. As you can see, it goes exactly where you want it to go. If my aim was a little better, I feel like my aim is a little better with the gun. There we go. The next thing I'm gonna show you guys has nothing to do with any effects. It's just kind of trying to teach you how to get better accuracy and how to start the game with some nice accuracy tricks. So if you know where the person's gonna go, you can judge that, and you can make a assumption of where they're going to go and aim accordingly. So this is also useful when people are doing something like this, where they're like jumping and moving from side to side while trying to hit you. It is possible, because often these are very predictable because they're really not making any, unless they really know what they're doing and they think, oh, I should try to confuse this person so that I can kill them so that they don't know where you're gonna go. So now I'm gonna continue to show you some tactics. So make sure to keep your dodge patterns unpredictable. And if you're being shot at from 2 different directions, move in a 360 space. So don't just move left and right. Move left and right and up and down, if that makes sense. Kind of forward, back, left and right. Everything. And that's allows you to make sure that you're dodging everyone around you. It can get difficult, as you can see. I just died there. And people with Death Beam, of course, are going to make it a lot more difficult for you. But yeah. So, and then, continuing on the aim, I'm going to switch back to gun, because I find it a lot better for me. Now, on this map, there's also a lot of places that I recommend you to use, just specifically on this map. And those places include this top of the castle area in the castle map, original castle map. Now this area allows you to get a really good sniping point just from the tower here. I think I'm gonna swap back to. Now if someone tries to climb up, you have to get rid of them as fast as possible, like there. So now I have a streak of 8. And another recommendation is to save up for the Spengy character, because the Spengy character is, oh my gosh, is very useful if you want to hide yourself, because it's very small. So I think it also follows your hitbox. I'm not sure. I'd have to check that. But I'm pretty sure it follows with your hitbox. So yeah, that was kind of my video. It was really mixed up. I'm gonna try and edit it as best as I can. It's probably gonna take a ridiculous amount of time, so by the time you see this, it's probably gonna be the day after. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more of this, we'll try and figure out more tips for you guys to become better at this game, because this is a really fun game in my opinion, and if you get better at it, it's more fun. Because if you feel like you're really bad, it's kind of like, why do I even play if there's so many other people better than me? But really, it's kind of just like practice, or like spend your money on this game. I don't know. If you really like this game, then go ahead and spend your money on it. Again, if you enjoyed this video, please do not hesitate to leave a like and subscribe and comment to appease the YouTube algorithm gods. Yep, this has been Electrus, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.